Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. What up, world? It's your boy Romy Rome, aka Big Rome, aka God's Gift. As you can see, I'm sitting here by myself today, man. The homie Rose God is running a little late. We ain't want to keep y'all waiting, man, so we decided to just go ahead, man, and keep this thing, you know what I mean, keep it pumping real, you know what I mean, until the Rose God gets here. So, you know what I mean, I'm going to hold it down for a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all hop in the chats, hop in my live. Definitely go hop on the Eben Vision YouTube channels live. I cannot stress that enough. If you want to get your commented towards quicker, go in the Eben Vision YouTube channel and comment in there. I got the iPad pulled up. I'm ready to comment whenever, you know what I'm saying, y'all got something to talk about to add towards the subject. As always, you know what I'm saying, thank y'all for letting this come through y'all MacBooks, tablets, iPhones, Androids. I'm going to say Androids because I got cussed out by the Android user by dissing y'all. So thank you for allowing us from coming through on bum-ass Androids and smoke signals, whatever way you can listen to us through your TV, man. Appreciate y'all as always, man. This is episode 32 of the 4th and Peachtree podcast. We're going to call it I Got the Juice. So, I mean, it's been a crazy world and a crazy week in the world of sports. We're going to jump right into this thing, man. Okay. All right. NFL free agency period has low-key started, and teams are starting to release players to gain money for the salary cap. Players like Russell Wilson, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, Jamal Adams, Quadre Diggs were all released this week, an upcoming week. Players were also hit with the franchise tags as well. Carolina gave linebacker Brian Burns a franchise tag. Since he gave T. Higgins, damn, man, I really wanted T. Higgins to become a free agent. I wanted my Steelers to be able to take a crack at T. Higgins, man. I hate playing against this dude, man. I'm more afraid of T. Higgins than I am Jamar Chase. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be looking at me crazy like, Ron, what you talking about? Jamar Chase is that dude. Like, yeah, I get it, but T. Higgins sometimes gets that single coverage. You know what I'm saying? Jamar Chase calls for that double coverage. You know what I'm saying? He always got the safety over top. So T. Higgins gets that one-on-one, man, and he always wins them battles. So sad to see T. Higgins get the franchise tag. Also getting a franchise tag is Antoine Winfield Jr., safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. KC tagged their star safety, L'Jarius Sneed. Oh, man, I heard a lot of people were trying to trade for Sneed, see what the price tag was. Guess Kansas City didn't want to budge. And, you know what I mean, want to eventually get this man a long-term deal. A person who didn't receive the franchise tag, Saquon Barkley, Giants running back, did not get a franchise tag. Saquon is a part of a strong free agent running back class this year, along with Derrick Henry. A lot of people were saying that Saquon would probably fit good with the Giants. Another team that might need a running back. I mean, not the Giants, sorry, the Texans. So we'll see, man. It could end up in Baltimore. Baltimore needs a running back. A lot of people were saying Derrick Henry might end up in Baltimore, which I really hope not, but we'll see how that goes. All right, man, prayers up for these two guys, man. Ben Simmons is out the remainder of the season. He's getting a consultation with a specialist and exploring treatment offense for impingement in his lower back. So basically, he got some nerve damage in his lower back. So all y'all people are saying that Ben Simmons was BSing about that back pain in his lower back. He was telling the truth, hopefully. Karl Anthony Towns has a torn meniscus injury in his left knee and is evaluating options for treatment. So basically, he's probably not done for the year. They're probably going to rest him for probably until the playoffs. You know, he might miss a game or two in the playoffs. You know, them knee injuries could be kind of tricky, but we'll see, man. Prayers up for them two dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Towns actually having a pretty decent year And the Wolves in the West, man, they're pretty dangerous with Ant. So hopefully it doesn't, hurt their run with him being out. So, prayers up. The big announcement that came through today, man, if you've been sleeping under a rock, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul have agreed to fight July 20th at AT&T Stadium. I'm excited about this. Jake Paul been calling out Mike Tyson for a long time. Tyson said he's with it. Let's do it. And now they finally agreed to fight. I'm tired of Jake Paul fighting old MMA fighters who really weren't good at boxing. They were more like ground and pound and like submission artists. So hopefully, Mike Tyson can put them paws on him, man, and shut Jake Paul up. Man, we might have to do like a live stream or something like that, man. We're going to have to talk to the producer about that, man. Talk to Lack about that, doing a live stream while that's going on. Or have a fight party or something. I'm super excited about that, man. As y'all know, I'm big into boxing. We got some big fights coming up. We got Garcia fighting on 420. He's fighting Devin Haney. Tank got a fight coming up. Man, Anthony Joshua got a fight this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, or coming up. I know he's fighting African dude that forgive me for saying that. Fighting African dude that knocked out Tyson, knock down Tyson Fury. So boxing's getting exciting again. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get a Bud Crawford fight in there. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's supposed to be fighting one of the Charlo brothers, which I'm not excited about because he basically, the first Charlo brother fight, he ran from him the whole time. And it was just not a good fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully this Charlo brother steps up. The other Charlo brother steps up and gives Cornella a good fight. So we'll see about that. Other news that I'm not excited about. Russell Wilson will be meeting with the Pittsburgh Steelers before free agency starts. What's good, my boy? Russell Wilson will be meeting with the Steelers before free agency starts. I'm not excited about that, man, because it just doesn't seem like Russ is a good teammate. Yes, we need a quarterback. Yes, our team is kind of a plug-and-play quarterback. You know what I mean? Basically, he's a plug-and-play quarterback right now. But I don't think Russ is the answer. He just comes with too much. He's got to come with his own coaches. He's got to come with his own, you know what I mean, his own team of coaches. It just comes with too much. I mean, the only good part about Russ coming to Pittsburgh is Sierra's coming to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go to Acrisure Stadium and not be able to hear Future because Russ doesn't want to hear Future at the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, I'd rather go with Justin Fields if you're going to do that. I understand y'all want to bring a veteran quarterback in to groom Kenny Pickett, who I still do not think is it, and I'm still not sold on him. And I get it, but it's like, is Russ even the right quarterback to bring in to groom someone? We'll see, man. It's not set in stone. They're just meeting, and both parties are mutual. So, you know what I mean, about mutual interest. So we'll see how that goes, man. Oh man, I'm dreading it. I really hope they don't sign Russ. I really hope Russ goes somewhere else. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on any quarterback that we have on our team right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, that boy Mitch Trubisky got another job, man. He went back to Buffalo to be Josh Allen's backup quarterback. I don't know how Mitch Trubisky stays with a job, but he does, man. And I blame Chicago.
Yeah, go Steelers.
All right. All right, y'all. Those are the 4th and Peachtree short stories of the week. Those are the stories that we just didn't feel like had enough to get through it this week. You know what I'm saying? To be on the main card of this show. So
The main line.
The main line. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't have enough But you know what I'm saying? Let's get back in. Let's get into it, man. We got a fun, controversial show planned for y'all today. I had to pray about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of these topics, man, because I know some of y'all going to be ready to lose y'all mind about these topics. And, you know what I'm saying? We're ready for the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I cannot stress this enough. If you want to engage with these topics, go to the Evan Vision YouTube channels, search Fourth and Peachtree, or just go on the Evan Vision YouTube channel. We are live on it right now. Well, obviously, you know that if you're watching that now, but share and like with your friends. But go on and hop in the chat, man, and let's get it popping, man. Let's argue. Let's have some fun tonight, man.
Yes, I'm good. I'm ready for a good, argument.
You ready for a good argument?
Ready for a good argument.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself to the folks, man, that may not know you, may or may not know you, bro.
I mean, if you don't know who I am by now, I don't know what to tell you. But
it's the Rose God.
It is the Rose God, a.k.a. King Cozy, a.k.a. Roosevelt the God, man. How y'all doing today?
All right, man. Let's get into it. With NIL deals circulating, a lot of people saying it's time for former USC running back Reggie Bush to have his Heisman Trophy given back to him. Bush's trophies were taken away in 2010 because findings from an NCAA investigation discovered he received benefits of several $1,000s in a vehicle that weren't allowed at the time. Fellow Heisman winner Johnny Football Manziel said he will not attend the Heisman ceremony until Bush is given back his trophies. We did a poll to see how the Peachers felt about Reggie Bush getting his Heisman back. 50 of you said yes, he deserved to have his Heisman Trophy back.
Definitely.
25% of you said he did not need to get his Heisman Trophy back. And a couple of y'all that said he didn't deserve it, we hit y'all up to get why you didn't want it. Why did you want him to get it back? And we're waiting for them comments, and you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely would like to chat it up with y'all to see what's up, why y'all didn't want him to get his Heisman back. Like, did you feel like Vince Young deserved it that year? Or were you really that upset that my boy got some money for being a stud, and got paid for, you know what I'm saying, being the dog that he was in college? And then 25% of you said you didn't know that his Heisman was taken away from you, which
is funny.
Which is funny, but
well, you
know how that goes.
But it is Reggie. It's Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people stopped caring about Reggie Bush once he got to the NFL. His NFL career was a little.
It had sparks.
It had sparks, but it was, for the most part, it was weak sauce. You know what I'm saying?
He got a ring. But everybody have to understand about the NFL. Everybody is fast in the NFL to an extent. Everybody's fast in the NFL. Everybody's strong. Yeah. So it's like you may be fast in college, but you're not NFL fast. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill is a different type of fast. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Bush was fast and elusive. And at times in NFL, you got to see that elusiveness and that speed, but everybody else is fast. Everybody else is elusive. You got linebackers and safeties and corners, some corners, that can't tackle in open space. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think everybody thought because he was like a human highlight reel,
he's going to be a dog.
He's going to be a dog, but, and he had a couple injuries too, man. Yeah, nothing like major, but he had a lot of, nagging injuries during his career.
But I will say this, my dog got a ring.
He got a ring, though.
He got a ring.
But I think he definitely should get his his Heisman back, though. Especially now when you got NIL deals and kids making all these millions of dollars. Man, just give him his stuff back. He allegedly broke rules that were, there at the time.
Right.
But now we see it's all bull, man. So give him his stuff back, man.
I agree. With NIL going around, these players making millions of dollars. He made they said thousands of dollars. These players are making millions
of dollars. Man.
It's like that little $1,000 is like a slap on the wrist. It's like going ahead and give this man his trophy back, man, that he rightfully earned.
Right.
Yeah, he broke the rules far as accepting money and a car, but at the same time, this man earned it. He was electric. Everybody wanted to play running back because of Reggie Bush. Like, at a time period when the running back position was kind of dying down, you had people trying to emulate Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? Like, which was kind of hard because not everybody had Reggie Bush speed and division and elusiveness, but Reggie Bush was just a different animal. But then the other thing I didn't like either is like, okay, we're just gonna throw it out like there was no Heisman winner that year. You could have gave, if it was that real, Vince Young came in second place. You could have gave it to Vince Young. Like, why throw out that year? That was such a great year in college football.
Yeah, Vince Young was supposed to get it that year.
You think so?
Yeah, you see, man. I mean, in hindsight, I mean, you look at that national title game, man. Yeah, that was
one of the best college football games ever.
Yeah, and it was at the time, the attention that it got. You know, if you can kind of remember how it was back then,
right?
I remember it being a big deal, man. I mean, the whole nation was tuned in for that game, man.
I mean, bro, you had two juggernauts, two football powerhouses going against each other. You had USC, the University of Southern Cal versus Texas. Two states where football players are bred from. You know what I'm saying? And not saying everybody on them teams was from Texas and California, but damn near everybody was from them states. So, bro, I mean, I the whole throwing it out and not at least giving it to Vince Young, man, I don't agree with, because, like, it was just a great year for college football. It's like, why throw it away like it never happened? And I think they tried to, I don't think they they can't take away Texas's national championship because they didn't do anything.
No, not at all. They don't have no problem taking away these individual awards, but they will never take away a team award, like a championship. They're not going to do that. They're not brave enough to do that. You know, they might, everybody always talking about, what's the next team that's going to get the death sentence? You know, but I don't think
this day and age, I don't think nobody's gonna get the death sentence anymore. Because the NCAA is losing its power.
Yep.
And this is what I wanted to make. The NCAA is doing this to flex their muscles to show that they still have some sort of power, while they're losing it because it's slipping away because of the NIL deals with the college football playoffs. You know what I mean? Committee stepping up, and you ain't basically have two major conferences like I've alluded to before. You ain't just had the Big Ten and the SEC pretty soon. And pretty soon, the NCAA is just going to be phased out. There's going to be no need for it.
Yeah, it's just going to be another pro. It's going to be a lower tier of pro sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well just say they in the pros now. I mean, they getting paid.
Pretty much.
I mean, at first, that's what set the college game from the pros.
Right.
The pros got paid. Now college is getting paid, so you might as well say it's kind of like a what?
Amateur. Well,
like an amateur league.
It's not even amateur, because amateur you don't get paid. Well,
now it's an amateur league. Amateur league you get paid.
Yeah, I mean normally in the amateur league you don't get paid, or you get the bare minimum. But now these dudes is basically coming in. You know what I'm saying? Being already millionaires. It's like all I'm gonna say is, man, I fully applaud Johnny Manziel for this, man, because
you like it.
I like it. I mean, he's taking a stance on like bringing attention to it, because it's almost like it's going on 14 years since they took it, and it's like he's bringing a light to it. It's like for a wrong that was done. It's like, bro, these players are making millions of dollars now, like we said, and now y'all still tripping about him making $1,000 and getting a car. There's universities like Utah is basically, when you're an athlete, you get to pick a car from whatever dealership or whatever. Like, I think it's Jeep. You get to pick a car or a truck from Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving cars for just being an athlete at a university, or you're giving a car for being an NIL. Shador, I think Shador's riding around in a Bentley, or a Phantom.
Well, he was gonna have that regardless. His daddy.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general.
But
you know, what I'm saying?
My only issue with it is, and I hate to be that guy. I wish that it wasn't Johnny Football that was taking this stand. I wish it was some of the other
more reputable
athlete, clean cut, some with more success. It's easy for Johnny Manziel to do this.
Johnny Manziel's, and I feel that too, because Johnny Manziel was controversial. So this is basically Johnny Manziel being controversial again.
Yeah, this is him. This is clickbait.
Yeah,
he knows how to keep himself in the news.
Yeah,
not to say that he's not genuinely, believing in his cause, but I would much rather a black athlete have done this. Because I can't think of too many athletes that look like us that's been trying to fight for Reggie Bush to get his Heisman back like that.
Because they've been too busy doing them Heisman House commercials.
Right. They too busy collecting them checks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like it, man. I like it, but I don't like it. It makes me feel kind of weird about it. But
hopefully with him doing this will lead the charge for other Heisman winners to do the same thing. Like, let's take a stance. Like, if the Heisman is a brotherhood or a fraternity, then that's basically y'all fraternity brother, and y'all basically turn y'all back on him.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it really a fraternity? Or is it just like, well, it wasn't me, so I ain't get caught.
And I know there got to be some old heads that are still alive today, that had successful NFL careers, that are still benefiting from having a Heisman, that could have spoke up. And took this same stance. But none of them are, so I don't know, man. I kind of feel weird about that, man. So, but shout out to Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Johnny Football, man, for at least for right now, looking like he's trying to take a stand for a good reason, not just for, like you said, clickbait. I really would hope.
I appreciate the sentiment, Johnny.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate the sentiment because ain't none of the brothers doing it.
It's just sad, man. It's sad, man. A lot of them athletes, man, they just be fucking. They be just getting whoosh.
Nah, legit.
Show her ass back on that field, boy.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
All right, y'all. A recent video has surfaced with NBA Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett alluding that LeBron James is on
the juice. The juice is loose.
Quotations.
Whoa.
Since LeBron has been able to play at a high level for so long and at his age, do you think LeBron is on
the juice? Wow.
I got the juice. It's my time now.
The juice.
Are we allowed to sing that song? You know, that was kind of, Lack may know because Lack got this like hand in his the music industry.
I'm sorry, I'm not hip. What is that?
Is that song, people allowed to sing that song? You know, I know there's a lot of heat between him, Bankhead, Lil Bankhead, and all these other folks and the DJs. Like, the DJs in uproar because he called the DJs out. Like, we allowed to sing that song?
I'm not hip. I only listen to Griselda.
I got the, it's an old Atlanta song. I got the juice. It's my time now. If you ain't the police, then snort this line now.
Oh, damn. I'm glad I missed that. Oh God, that don't even sound like it.
Oh man, it's some Atlanta shit. Yeah. Stuff. Excuse me.
But man, of course, come on now, people. See, this is one of them things, right? Within the black community where we all know it to be true or suspect it to be true, but we kind of just like brush over it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, people. All right, now, I'm not saying that the man is on the juice, but...
You think he's on something? You actually think LeBron's on juice?
I think he's on juice, but I'm not going to sit here and accuse this man
of being
on the juice. I'm just going to say my personal opinion. I believe that he's on the juice. I mean, his manager, his homeboy, got caught being on that list.
Was he?
Yeah, his manager, not his manager, one of his homeboy in his group. Gonna do some Googles on that, but there was a investigation of a lab that was producing the juice, right? And there was a list of clients. On that list was a Bron associate, one of his homeboys he grew up with, part of his team, and his wife. Now, if you remember, your boy Peyton Manning, remember when there was he was being investigated?
The deer antler stuff.
Right. When he had illegal substances, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? They found his wife's name on a list. She was purchasing it.
James Harrison was on there too.
Exactly. But more importantly, Peyton Manning's wife was on that list.
Yeah.
And what the assumption was that she was purchasing it for him. Because he couldn't, he was not able to, can't do that.
It was smart. It's just kind of crazy because it's like her last name is Manning.
Right.
So it's like, and I get it. It's like, bro.
But they can always say the same thing. Well, I've been working out.
Right.
And it's not illegal for me to do it. I'm not a professional athlete.
Exactly.
You know?
Because there's no proof that he did it or he's the one buying it. You know what I'm saying? It was somebody else that bought it in his household.
Right. So 2 people that are associated with this man have been are known on record to purchasing the juice. So you gonna tell me that it's impossible? That no, come on now.
I mean, I would. It could be. It's a strong possibility, and I mean,
20 plus years, bro.
It's a strong possibility, man. I mean, my guy takes good care of his body, man. He invests a lot of money into his body. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he is or he isn't. I'm just going to say, man, my guy is a freak of nature. He takes good care of his body. You know what I'm saying? He invests a lot of money into his body, man. So,
okay, since you ain't going to do it, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. LeBron James is on the juice. I'm sorry. He is. And I think people need to just come to terms with it. He's on the juice.
Yeah.
20 plus years you have been in the NBA and no major injuries. And whenever he has had an injury, what happens? He's back out there in record time. Right. And it happens every time.
Somebody said, is that a HIPAA violation? No, it's not a HIPAA violation because if somebody, first of all, it's illegal to sell steroids, AGH, whatever, human growth hormone. Mm-hmm. It's illegal to take that stuff as an athlete. So if they find out someone's selling it and of course, people keep a list of their customers and stuff like that. They can look at transactions, stuff like that, to see who's been buying from them.
Right.
So it's not a HIPAA violation because technically you shouldn't be selling it in the first place. So it's not a HIPAA violation.
And I think
it's not like he's going to the doctor and the doctor's like leaking out like, yeah, he's got a STD. Or he's got this.
Right.
Or he's got a chemical imbalance or something like that. That's a HIPAA violation. Doctors aren't allowed to do that, but they're not going to a said doctor. They're just going to someone who is providing them a shot, pill, and or antiseptic, whatever. Just a
and also too, you know what I'm saying? If I was running I'm assuming that these labs are multi-million-dollar labs. They with these clientele. If I'm running a multi-million-dollar lab that supplies a medical product that is illegal in certain sports or in certain realms, if I'm selling this and I have clientele that could possibly be in sports, professional sports, hell yeah, I'm gonna keep a record.
Right.
I'm gonna keep tight records on everybody. You know why? Because just in case somebody tried to blackmail me, somebody tried to blackmail me or try to snitch on me or try to put me on blast for what I'm doing, it's okay, bro. I got you. You know what? I got this list.
Here you go. Here's everybody sold to.
Oh, who's this on your list? Oh, that's your wife.
Somebody said you can't
oh,
trust
damn, your homeboy too? Oh, dang. I think you better shut up. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's how it will go. And it happens over and over again to these athletes. And Brian, I'm sorry, y'all, it's going to come out, especially when he retires. Once he retires and some of that glitter comes off of his persona, because it happens to everybody.
I feel like if it was about to come out, Braun got a good 2-3 years left. If this takes circulation, makes circulation or starts to make some noise, if you see LeBron abruptly retire, just like how Peyton did. Because look how abruptly Peyton Manning retired when his name was on that list.
Yep.
But the only thing is, Braun's a billionaire, so money talks and bullshit walks. So, I mean, Braun might have the money to make that go away. I don't know.
I don't think so. You know why?
Why?
You don't think Jordan had the money to make all that stuff go away?
With the gambling and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
he was the most influential person in the country.
Yeah.
He was one of the most recognizable people in the country. You don't think that he had to pull to make all of that stuff go away? He couldn't even do it.
Yeah, but
he couldn't do it.
It was gambling, man. You know, at that time, gambling was like,
it wasn't just gambling. It was gambling. It was him being a bully.
Yeah.
It was him being a horrible person in general.
But he allowed people to see that side of him. Like,
which I respect.
We didn't see Michael Jordan get emotional and show a softer side of him until he won the first ring. When the iconic him choking, hugging it. That's crazy. Choking the trophy.
I mean, he was
hugging the trophy.
He was choking the
No,
trophy.
he was definitely choking the hell out.
Yeah.
He was hugging the hell out that trophy.
Yeah.
When him crying with the trophy, you know what I'm saying?
Iconic.
That's the first time.
Iconic picture. Iconic moment, too.
That's the first time you got to see emotion other than Michael Jordan being mad and cussing people out
and his father
being
dying.
a bully. Yeah, that too.
You know.
But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's not. That's different. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But damn the plug. You can't trust the plug. I mean, in that circumstance.
On God, you can never trust the plug.
Not in that situation. Hell
Who
no.
said that?
Key.
On God, yep.
Key said that
you can't trust the plug.
No, you can't trust the plug in that situation because
y'all connected by money.
In that circumstances, the plug is definitely going to snitch because it's almost like, all right, well, who you been selling to? Here you go.
And Brian don't take me as having any game. You know what I'm saying? He don't see like street game, like being able to interact on levels like that. It looked like
people to do it for him.
Right, he has people to do it for him.
Yeah.
But that right there is game goofy. If you're gonna do anything wrong, you need to have all eyes on all that stuff. You know, so it's gonna come out. Whether it's true or not, I believe it to be true. But it's going to come out. And when it comes out, it's going to be a floodgate of everything. People, all kind of receipts. They are building a case on him. You know why?
So?
Yes. Because you know why? He, in his greatness, one thing about Bron, he hasn't been
There's been controversy with Bron.
No. There's been a lot of controversies with Bron. It just hasn't been career ending.
Yeah, I mean,
but
nothing newsworthy.
Nothing really newsworthy, but there's been controversy as far as his character is concerned and the fact that his whole persona is fake. It's all crafted. But,
bruh, there's so many rumors that this man was created in a lab. Like genetically put together, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you. You remember that era where he kept on coming to the game with a book?
Yeah, and when you reading it.
Right. And every time they took a picture of him with a book, what page was he on?
Same page.
Page 1.
Yep.
I mean, come on, bro. He might be the fakest NBA star we have probably ever seen. We will never know who the real LeBron is. We will never know. We knew who the real Kobe was.
Knew the real Jordan was.
We knew who the real Jordan was.
I feel like in the older back end of LeBron's career, Bron has showed you who he was
by accident.
In slips.
By accident.
What is it? The announcement that the decision. You got to see a little bit of this LeBron in that situation.
He's selfish.
I mean, yeah. Like you get to see Bron in certain situations. When they lost to the Celtics and he walked out, the mouthpiece, took the jersey off, the headband and all this other stuff, him soaking.
Yeah. When he lost to the Mavs, what'd he do? He sat in front of the world and said, "Yeah, I lost, but y'all still got to go back to y'all regular lives." Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah.
That gets brushed under the table, man. Like he has showed in the world so many times about how much of a fuckboy he is. And we're just so enamored with his success that we just kind of like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect Jordan. That's why I respect Kobe. You know what I'm saying? They showed you the good,
the bad,
and they showed you their bad side.
And the ugly.
And they didn't care. Take it or leave it. You know, it wasn't no kid gloves, man.
They showed you that they were human.
Human, exactly. Bron is not human, bro.
They showed you that they were human. They showed you they dealt with emotions. They showed you, you know what I'm saying?
They were flawed.
They had flaws. Like they showed you as a grown man, you're going to have flaws. You're not going to be perfect.
And that's why my issue with everybody on the Bulls that are so upset with Jordan about the documentary. Like, oh man, well, you made me look bad. You made me look bad. He made everybody look bad. The only person that I can really think of after watching that documentary that walked away actually looking like a good person,
Scotty.
No, Scotty was like a asshole too. He like he one of the biggest assholes in the documentary.
Because
maybe Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr probably came away.
Phil Jackson. There was nothing bad about Phil Jackson in the documentary.
No, and I'll say this. He alluded to a lot of stuff with Scotty.
And Cartwright, yeah, Cartwright looked like a G in the documentary. Yeah. You know, he looked like a good dude in the documentary.
Cool coach.
Yeah, they just kind of made it seem like he was soft. Oakley, yep. Yeah. Oakley, that's his partner though.
Nah, but the whole thing is like when when Scotty first got, who was it was it Scotty when they first got there? Oakley
was bullying him.
Yeah, Oakley was bullying Scotty.
And I'm pretty sure Scotty didn't like that footage. But but in the documentary, Scotty said it. Oakley used to bully me. Yeah. He said it. Everybody in the documentary, you walk away from it like, dang, these are flawed people. A lot of these people are really flawed, and Jordan is the most flawed person in the documentary. You don't walk away from that documentary like Jordan was a good person.
No,
you definitely wouldn't want to work with nobody like Jordan.
You walk away from that documentary, and this is getting off topic. You walk away from watching the Last Dance knowing like Jordan was the ultimate competitor, and he was willing to do whatever it took to win. But LeBron is like, the one thing about LeBron that I have not agreed with, the super teams, every time LeBron jump shifts, the team is set back 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It took literally until LeBron came back to Cleveland after he went to Miami for Cleveland to finally, like, get afloat, like to get their feet out, their head out of the water, because they was so under from him leaving. With them,
they fired now. How long has it been?
Man, Cleveland, one of the hot teams right now.
Yeah, like how long ago was it that he was there? What, 5 years? Yeah, about 5. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, you right on schedule. Yeah, it's been about 5 years.
Look how the Lakers is going to be afterwards. Honestly, I don't think the Lakers is going to make any more moves because they know how this goes with Bron. They'll make all them moves. And then they know once Bronny comes into the league, if Bronny don't get drafted by the Lakers, LeBron's out. And he's alluded to that. Like, bro, wherever Bronny goes, I'm coming with him. And the crazy part, to have the power to know that people, that GM and that owner is going to take him.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams there. Because it's all about money. They want
right. It's the money. And that's what it's going to be. It's the money thing, a portion about it. It ain't about, we're getting LeBron. Like, bro, you getting LeBron at the back end of his career, and you getting Bronny, hopefully, after Bronny stays at USC or wherever for a couple years to develop a game. Because right now, Bronny's not ready. And, we've alluded to that before. But the whole Bron being on steroids, bro, I feel like that'll be a mystery I don't think it'll never come to light. If it do, it'll be like years from now. Like, it might even be like.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Whenever it does get confirmed, I best believe all that talk about goathood, that's going out the window. Because every analyst, every sports analyst, all them people, they're going to all have to put an asterisk by his name.
Oh, bro, God forbid. Whenever it comes out, hopefully Skip Bayless. I would love to see it, man. I don't think it's going to happen. And, Skip Bayless is kind of an older gentleman. But I know if that comes out before Skip Bayless leaves this earth, oh, my God.
Hey, I seen somebody on I can't remember the podcast I was watching, but they had made like a collection of clips from Undisputed where whenever the conversation got to them talking about LeBron and how much money he spends on his body, Skip's tone changes. It's almost like, oh yeah, he works out. It's almost like a real sarcastic, almost like he knows something.
Ain't right.
But he's not willing to jump out the window and say it. It's almost like it's a well-kept secret in sports. Like everybody suspects it. Why would KG say it like that?
Well, the whole KG thing is, let's be real, man. They may be buddies now, but the whole dynamics of the Celtics Heat rivalry, even LeBron's rivalry with the Celtics at the time, man, like it was a heated rivalry. Like LeBron knew he wasn't gonna be able to beat them in Cleveland, so he ran to Miami. So he could he ran to Miami. He knew he wasn't gonna be able to beat them in
Oh no way.
He wasn't gonna be able to beat the Celtics.
Well, no, he would have. They would have eventually got old.
I mean,
they was already there anyway.
I'll put it to you. They were old, but Cleveland wasn't giving him the pieces to get it done.
Right, you're right.
Braun needed, at that point, Braun really didn't have, you had Sasha Pavlovich, you had Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Flip Murray. At one point, he had Eric Snow. You had Shaq at the back end of his career.
Oh, he did have Shaq for a second.
And they made a run with Shaq, but
come on now, it wasn't going to go nowhere.
It wasn't going to go nowhere. It was decent to see Shaq play with LeBron,
but it wasn't going to go nowhere.
But we'll see, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to this topic.
I
eventually.
mean, this is definitely something we gotta. What you mean is the Bronny situation is like a love and basketball situation? You gotta elaborate on that one a little bit more because I don't see it. I mean that.
Love and basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. Key put that. Well, I'll let her type that in and see what she talking about. But we'll see, man. I don't know, man. I'm really hoping Bron's not on the roids, but it is kind of hard for someone to not have no major injuries.
20 years, 20 plus years.
20 plus years, still playing at a high level. I mean, either this man has found the fountain of youth, or he got a heck of a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of stuff that Bron does as far as working out, it's the motions of like basketball. Like him passing, he does like training as far as the motions he makes on the court, which could be helping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not going to deny or say he is on it, but I just hope he's not. And I just really hope Bron is just a freak of nature and it never comes out. But, you know, the way this world is set up, man, it'll eventually come out. But
yeah, the truth is going to come out, man. There's too much going on now. I mean, everything's being tracked, man. Everything's being tracked, and LeBron hasn't been he hasn't been gracious in his greatness.
Yeah.
You know, he's talked a lot. He won a championship and screamed out that he was the GOAT.
Right.
You know, people tend to not like stuff like that. You know, I ain't never heard Jordan call himself the GOAT. I ain't never heard Kobe call himself the GOAT. The general public, especially people in the media, tend to not like stuff like that.
I mean,
and he's putting a target on his back.
He's definitely putting a target on his back with that. So I mean,
good luck with that.
If it does surface, people are going to take it and run with it.
Oh yeah, bro.
I mean, just because of the character LeBron has and some of the issues that LeBron has showed, if it comes out, they're going to take it and run with it. And I don't even think LeBron and his team will be prepared for something like that. But we'll see, man.
They're not going to be prepared. They ain't going to be prepared for it because he don't know how to talk to the public. He going to get on. He going to do a press conference. And he gonna go out and say some stupid shit, and everybody gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that nigga did that shit."
Bronny going to USC and it ended up with the Lakers. The Lakers ain't taking Bronny. They just telling LeBron what he wants to hear until they get LeBron up out of there.
It's the Lakers, man. The Lakers is a brand, an iconic brand by itself. They're gonna always sell tickets. They're gonna regardless. LeBron being there is just basically
selling tickets,
putting
butts in seats.
Putting butts in seats, man.
Yeah, he ain't. I don't think Bronny's going there because I mean, first it was, we're gonna take Bronny. Now Bronny's falling to the second round. Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, Bronny's not ready now. Man, and I'm not saying he won't get ready, but Bronny needs a couple years to develop a game, get his NBA body. Right now, Bronny's in college with a high school body, so it's not. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
And we called it. I don't know if we did it. I don't know if we talked about this off camera, but we did predict that LeBron was going to get injured around this time of the year.
He does it all the time,
and he just got injured.
Why? Because he's on a rest for the rest of the season.
He's about to rest for the rest of the season
and get ready for the play-in round because that's where they're at right now.
It's always with a hammy or a
hip. Is it a hip right now?
I thought it was an ankle.
Is it an ankle? I don't know. The way he was walking out like he was hurting his hip. Braun don't even know what's hurt. Braun, just wanted to get off the court.
He forgot what lie he was telling.
Yeah. The way he was walking, I'm like, because I seen it. I was like, is his hip hurt? Like, he was like putting his, like, you know what I mean? When you hurt your hip, you put your hand on your hip when you walking. It was like, did Braun even know what's hurt?
And he always did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. And then Stephen A. or ESPN will come on tomorrow morning. Heartbreak in L.A. LeBron will be out for a couple weeks.
And that's going to be in the news cycle for the next 2-3 weeks.
Will LeBron be ready for the playoffs? It's like, bro, he gets ready every year.
Every year
he's going to be ready.
Because he's not hurt.
He's resting.
And he probably faked that injury because he know people talking.
He knows people talking, but Bron's going to be ready.
How could I be on juice when I'm hurt?
That too. But Bron does this every year. Bron takes at least a week or two off to get rest, to get ready for the playoffs, and it's always normally after the All-Star break.
Come on, bruh. It's the perfect disguise, man. And who gonna challenge him?
I mean, and then it's not like he didn't play enough games. Bron is very calculating. Bron has probably played enough games to where he can still be all NBA, get the awards. I don't think Bron's up for MVP this year. You know what I'm saying? He's
no
up,
way.
But he can still get first team, all NBA or second team or something. He's going to be in a running. He's probably played enough games for that. So Bron knows what he's doing. Bron going to take a couple weeks off, get rested, and get ready for the playoffs, man.
We'll see, man. But we've seen this before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he did it last year.
We've seen this before. It's the same script every year, man.
All right, y'all. Let's get really into a spicy pause topic.
Not that spicy, but yeah.
I mean, a lot of y'all voted. Okay, so we did a poll. We asked, do you feel NBA Hall of Famer Allen Iverson is overrated? 75% of you said no, he is not overrated. 25% of you said he was overrated. All right, this is the reason why we asked this. The Philadelphia 76ers have announced they will be putting a statue of NBA Hall of Famer Allen Iverson outside of their facility. Now, when they say facility, I don't know if they mean their facility as in their training grounds or whatever, their facility, like the training facility, or outside of Wells Fargo Arena. Got to get some clarification on that. Yeah, do you, Rosie, feel like Allen Iverson, the answer, is overrated?
Definitely.
He's definitely. Please elaborate.
He's definitely overrated. Look, I get it. He came up in a time where the NBA was highly influential. We had a lot of characters that spoke to the youth. It spoke to the black community, and Allen Iverson was one of them. He talked like us. You know, he dressed like us. He acted like us. You know, he was the people's champ. And I think the legend of him has kind of blinded us to the truth.
Right.
Allen Iverson was great. Don't get me wrong. But the extras that we put on Allen Iverson is so crazy to me because he didn't win anything. And not only did he not win anything, I don't think his style of play was ever going to win anything. You cannot expect. What was he, like 5'11"?
6'2".
Wow.
That's what they said on paper, but
and you might have to give a take on that. You know, constantly. I mean, he wasn't much of a passer. He wasn't much of a shooter. You know, his averages were pretty low compared to today. Everybody's shooting today. His averages are low today. That's why I saw that everybody was like, oh, yeah, if Allen Iverson played in today's NBA, he would average 50. That's cap, bro. He wouldn't. Today's players are scoring so much because they can shoot. You know, the floor is spread out. AI was all middies, man. Middies in the paint. You couldn't depend on him from behind the arc. You couldn't. You know, and that's why, bro. That's why he didn't win nothing, man. Because he was too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He was too offensive minded, and he was constantly attacking the paint. Little dudes in the NBA like that don't survive. Brandon Roy, what happened to him?
Oh man,
you gotta stop.
What?
Everything you said was fucking wrong.
What?
Allen Iverson had a scoring championship.
In that era.
Yes.
In that era.
Allen Iverson averaged.
The numbers are higher now.
But why?
Because everybody's shooting threes.
It's because nobody's playing
defense.
Because everybody's shooting threes.
Yeah.
The game is spread out.
You think Allen Iverson, with the talent he had, wouldn't adapt to that today?
No. And you know what? I'll even give you that. Maybe. But that's an assumption. That is an assumption that he would have been a better three-point shooter. Because he definitely wasn't. He wasn't really that good of a shooter. He was just high volume scoring. That's all it was.
Jordan, Kobe, same people.
Yeah, but they were more accurate. They were more accurate than AI. AI was Russell Westbrook. Not accurate, but aggressive. And I think that's another thing, man. We love aggressive basketball players. We love Russell Westbrook. Because why? Because he's attacking. He can miss 3 shots, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots, but he gonna keep on attacking. That was AI. You know.
And that was Jordan.
But Jordan was a better clip. He hit those shots.
But he was attacking.
Exactly. But his accuracy was high. AI didn't have that accuracy. They were across the board. When you compare them to today, it don't compare. You know, he was just he was a high volume scorer. And also AI held on to starting positions way too long.
So wrong about Allen.
What?
He's top 10 in field goal percentage.
Because he's high volume.
42.5.
Yeah.
Because it's high volume.
But that means he had.
But when you look at the further he got away from the basket, them averages dropped.
He was 31% at 3-point.
That's not high.
That's high.
When you talking like now, you talk about people that are in the 40s now. 30, 31, 30, that's low. You can't even get no starting position shooting for 30% in the NBA now. You can't.
From the 3? No, because but the game is different now though. It's more. There's no more middies no more. You know what I'm saying? You got
Exactly. That's
no
why
more
he
middies.
wouldn't
It's
score. He wouldn't.
bro. It's to the point that there's even if you're not a center that can't shoot behind the arc, bro. There's no point of you playing. Like you know what I'm saying? You got to be a center. The old school center is gone. Them Shaq type centers are done. They're dead. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it's a totally different game now. You know what I'm saying? But
and I'm telling you, in the future, we're gonna see the game is gonna be so much different. You're gonna have point guards that are like 6'6", 6'7". You're gonna have 6'7" point guards.
I mean, you're already starting to have them for real.
But that's gonna be the common thing. They're getting bigger, and they are getting everybody can shoot. Everybody's a skilled player.
Last year's 3-point percentage.
Right.
Was 35%.
That was the average around the league.
That was average across the league.
Okay, what's the average for the teams that have actually made the playoffs?
But that's not the point you were making. The point you were making
But
was Allen Iverson would get washed in today's NBA.
Yeah, he would.
And by his stats, he wouldn't. He would be above average.
That would. Well, you're not comparing him to winning teams. I mean, there's 32 teams in the NBA. Of course, that average is going to not give you when you're talking about the top teams, the teams that win.
But
And you got and you, but
what you said at first is he would be below average now. He wouldn't be.
no. Well, all right. Well, if I said that he would be below average, I'll take that. I'm not. That was not what I meant. I'm saying that he wouldn't be below average, but he would not be in contention to win.
That's subjective. That's debatable.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't know that.
He wasn't in contention to win when he was playing. He wasn't even in contention to win when he was playing.
He carried a team of nobodies to the finals.
Oh, my God.
He carried a team of nobodies.
What about Denver? Was that a team of nobodies?
Him and Carmelo.
Not just Carmelo.
Who else?
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. A young J.R. Smith.
Kenyon
Martin. Birdman.
But you had an old Allen Iverson.
He wasn't that old. He was old when he got to Detroit.
He was in his 10th year when he got to Denver.
Ninth. I think it was like 8th or 9th.
Yeah, you know what I mean? AI had some injuries and stuff like that too, man.
And
the way he
and
played.
that proves my point. You can't win with that style of play at that size. He would have ended up not winning anyway.
I'm gonna put it. I don't think he would be a bust at this stage because one, they don't play defense. And like what Lack is saying, I do agree about that. No one plays defense anymore. We went from an era of if you scored over 100 points in the NBA, you would that was a win. If you scored 100, that was automatic win.
Okay.
Looking at like the Last Dance, there were scores with like 95 to 87 or 95 to 75 or stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
We're getting to the point where teams are scoring $120, $130 with ease. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Answer this question for me. That style of play at that size, how many? What shooting guards, point guards do you know that had that style of play that won?
Give me a second to think.
You moving the goalpost though.
How? But I'm proving my point.
The other thing,
But you moving the goalpost.
I would say too.
Off that Allen Iverson wasn't that good of a player. That's what.
No, I'm just saying he overrated.
Yeah.
I'm just saying his legacy is slightly overrated. You know, I don't think there was enough winning on his part in order for him to be placed where he's placed.
What about Barkley?
Barkley was a big man.
No, but I'm saying, do you think he's overrated? Do you think he's tarnished because he didn't win anything?
Nobody overrates Barkley. Everybody clowns Barkley for not winning.
But they still say he was one of the best
Big man, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one of the greatest of all time.
So, and Iverson is it?
No. I'm not saying he's not one of the greatest of all time. You can still be overrated and still be a great.
Okay, so
You know what I'm saying?
what are your top 5 point guards?
He's not a point guard.
He's shooting guards. Is Allen Iverson in your top 5 shooting guards?
Yeah, I would have to say.
Because
Yeah.
shooting guards is Jordan was a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Kobe's a shooting guard.
Yeah. And you're not putting them. You're not gonna put him nowhere near them. So he'll have to be a 5 at that 5 spot or close to it. Outside of that 5, but like at least that 6.
Do you put D Wade over Iverson?
Yes. 1,000 times.
Rings?
Yes.
It's got to be the rings.
Dominance, especially that first championship when he didn't have. That's what puts him over.
Who he didn't have?
He didn't.
Shaq. And he had Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, he had an old Shaq and an old Alonzo Mourning.
He didn't have. Oh, Shaq wasn't old.
Bro.
Shaq was in his prime.
Bro, look at his numbers for that.
Having a championship.
Look at his numbers for that finals, bro. His numbers for that finals was amazing. And you want to talk about somebody putting a team on their back?
Talk about Wade.
Yeah.
But look who he had down there protecting the paint and all that defense.
I mean, but it didn't work for nobody else except for him with Shaq.
They was gonna help. We work with Kobe.
Outside of that, I mean, that was Shaq in his prime. But when you think about Shaq leaving the Lakers, he was only able to win with D Wade. And he went to a bunch of places, and he didn't have no success.
In the 2006 NBA Finals, D Wade averaged 34.7
Come on,
points,
bro.
7.8 rebounds,
Come on, bro.
3.8 assists, and 6 games of the 2006
And I'm not even a
NBA
D
Finals.
Wade fan, but I remember watching that series and thinking, damn. But
You can't play that good without a support cast. A good support cast.
And in the space that
okay, and I
feel
hear
like-
you. So what about what happened in Denver?
He was busted. That man tried to win the championship by himself. by himself.
And got a game.
And got a game.
He got
Yeah,
a
and
game.
they hadn't lost to that point. Some say they would just. Okay, I don't want to take anything away from him. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him because I like AI. I just don't think he's as high up as people think. You know, I look at him like Michael Vick with the Falcons. They were both the culture. They represented the culture. We all love them.
We talk about athletics.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. We keep it there. I'm sorry. I still can't. I can't go. I can't go, man. I just when you compare him to other shooting guards, other aggressive small men in the game, he don't add up, man. He doesn't. He can't compete. I mean, I'm not gonna say he can't compete with them, but when you look at their careers, you can't put it up against that, man.
So do you feel like if Iverson would have got at least one ring, would he move up on your stat as far as your top five?
You play to win the game, so yes, it would.
So that's the only thing the reason why you feel like he's overrated
You play to win,
is because he didn't want a ring.
and I really got to hold that Denver, man. I got to hold Denver against him, man. Because even if he was busted up, right, and I'll give you that, Philly put his body through a lot of unnecessary abuse.
Yeah.
Playing with Philly, but once he got to Denver as an OG, because by that time he was
Well, in Denver,
he
was
was
robbing.
he was an older guy, right?
But he wasn't Batman in Denver. He was robbing. He might not even been robbing. He might have been. Yeah, he was Alfred at that point.
I mean, yeah, but
it was really Melo and Kenyon Martin for real.
But he was more ball dominant. He still thought that he was AI. He still thought that he was Philly. You know? And also too, let me say this. I don't want to hold everything against him. I just feel like that says a lot about his career. And because they were being coached by
George Karl.
George Karl at the time. A horrible coach.
He called Melo overrated. He said,
Yeah.
He said, don't be mad at me. He's like, because you was overrated anyway. I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
Like, George Karl.
Yeah. They had a very bad coach. And it was amazing.
They had a better coach.
It was amazing they was able to even get to the playoffs.
If they had a better coach, the Nuggets would have probably been in a way better position.
Way better. But I feel like you gotta hold them Denver years against him, man, because he had a squad. Everything that everybody said, oh man, if he only had a squad, and once he got a squad, it was over, because he didn't want to play his part. You know what I'm saying? And look at Detroit. He was still unwilling to play his part.
He didn't want to be in Detroit, and that by that time he got to Detroit, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no more gas.
You didn't want to be on a championship team, a team that beat the team that you couldn't. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, but
a team full of nobodies.
Yeah, but Detroit at that point, Rosie, they were all old. They was done.
It was only a couple years, bro.
Billups had went to Denver. Billups went home to Denver. I think
the same team that
Prince. The only people that was probably still there was Tayshaun Prince. I think Rip Hamilton was gone.
No, Rip was still there. Cause remember they was a fight. Everybody was like, "Oh, damn, who's gonna have to ride the bench, Rip or?" Because AI refused to come off the bench for Rip, but Rip is a champion.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That right there didn't sit well with me too, sir. You ain't won nothing.
Iverson balled out till he retired. I'm looking at his stats, bro. Even in Denver, he averaged his field goal percentage 45%. He averaged 24 points a game.
Okay, yeah, but you got Carmelo.
And Ben Wallace is gone too. Wallace is probably in Cleveland by that time.
I think they.
Or Ben Wallace is in Chicago.
And those are great numbers.
Awesome numbers for the end of his career.
Those are awesome numbers. But you know what? At that point in his career, they didn't need him to have those numbers. It was up to him I'm pretty sure he was the point guard to facilitate. You have a young Carmelo Anthony, who was at the beginning of his career,
Mm-hmm.
This is his time now. Your time when came and went, bro. Play your part. That was my own. That's my only issue with AI, bro, and that's why I gotta bring him down in my list. He never played his part.
The other issue with Denver was the coaching too, bro. Like George Karl sucked.
He did, but
George Karl.
But AI has proven that he is unwilling to play his part. He was unwilling to come off the bench for a champion.
You know what I'd love to see, and this is getting back into Jordan. We never got to see Jordan left in his prime.
Yeah.
We got to see Kobe at the back end of his career.
Right.
Kobe was a competitor. I feel like the Lakers sucked. There wasn't nobody, even Kobe, banged up Kobe, all the injuries and everything.
That shit was sad.
It was sad to see Kobe go out there like that. We didn't get to see Jordan ever go out there like, because Jordan left in his prime. Do you think Jordan would have do you think Jordan would have came off the bench?
I don't think.
Like, if Jordan was like
you could have.
Do you think
he wouldn't come off the bench?
But he started in Washington.
He was starting.
That was him depleted.
Yeah.
I think he averaged like 27 though. That's depleted.
He had to go out there and yeah, but I mean, like, without the time,
he was still putting up crazy numbers.
Okay, and I get that.
And so I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't believe that Jordan should have been out there putting out those numbers at that age. I think he was supposed to be more of a facilitator also. He wasn't playing his part with the Wizards.
Jordan was trying to prove a point.
He's trying to prove a point.
But Jordan had there was a nice little time period in between him leaving the Bulls and him going to the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
So we never got to see Jordan get, God forbid, not saying I wanted to see that, but we didn't get to see Jordan go through the injuries of like
the hardships,
the old age.
No,
we got to see Jordan come out of the owner's box and come down there and play, which was cool.
But
by that time, Jordan,
it wasn't natural.
He was preserved at that point because he was hooping probably on Sundays and stuff like that at the, and hooping with his boys.
No, he was hooping.
Yeah, but he went out there competitively playing like NBA basketball up until he came back to the Wizards.
He
never got to see Jordan like Kobe out there like.
But that is the perk of winning. When you've won that much, you have that perk. Because
to not want to come off the bench.
Yeah. No coach was going to be brave enough to ask a Michael Jordan to come off the bench. Can you imagine what that would do? That'll kill your career at that time. To sit there and tell Michael Jordan, argue there was no argument at that time. There was no debate. There was no LeBron. There was no debate. So no coach would have been, oh no, I think you're gonna come off the bench. That wasn't about to happen.
I mean, truth be told, the Lakers. I mean, with Kobe, the Lakers sucked so bad they had no choice but to play Kobe.
No,
Kobe really should have been. I mean, if the Lakers had a better supporting cast in LA, Kobe should have been coming off the bench.
Kobe would have retired before he came off the bench.
At that point, I feel like Kobe played a little bit too longer past what he should have.
No, he did.
Kobe played way
longer than he should have.
He should have.
But that is the benefit. That's the BOD that you get as a winner. When you win so much, you make it difficult for the league or coaching to tell you to sit it down. And that was my issue with AI, man. He didn't win enough to be able to sit there and have that, I'm not going to come off the bench. You can't ask me to come off the bench. Well, especially when you look at Russell Westbrook. Look what he's doing right now. That's got to be some of the I can't help but like
selfless.
That's the most selfless shit I've seen in the NBA so far. For somebody of his caliber, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. It's not even a question.
You think Russ first ballot?
Come on, bro. Nah, average. No.
Yeah.
Because only diehards remember his stats for them 2-3 years. Everything he's done in the past 5 years, people was like, okay, maybe you need to go to the booth somewhere and do some color commentary. That's the only reason why he's coming off the bench right now. Is because he don't have a leg to stand on. He can't come out there and say, "Look, I'm Russell Westbrook," because they're looking at you like what you did with the Lakers.
But that year in the Lakers was so. No, it was 2 years. I think it was 2 years. Those 2 years with the Lakers was so unfair for him. I don't think that they had his best interest in mind. And I'm not even a Russell Westbrook.
I feel like he was brought in to be petty. At that point,
he was brought
in to be petty because Kyrie, KD were in Brooklyn, so it was almost like Kyrie turned his back on Braun, KD turned his back on Westbrook. So Braun was like, all right, we're going to get them back. You know what I'm saying? Come to L.A., and we're going to get these boys back for, you know what I'm saying, the way that they did us.
I don't even think it was that, man. I think Braun was the one that wanted him to get there, but I don't think Braun understood what he was asking for. Russell is he has a very strong personality. Everybody says the same thing about him. He is not afraid to speak his mind. He's going to call you out.
He's not a yes man.
He's not a yes man. He's not going to be in awe of you. You know what I'm saying? I think Braun for so long has been around a lot of people that are in awe of him, that when they see him, they just fall in line. And I don't think Russ is that kind of person. He don't take me as that kind of person that's going to fall in line. I think he's going to I think he's just naturally a leader. And I think that was intimidating, you know what I'm saying, to Braun. And you can't, and I think that you can't bring a Russell Westbrook on a team like that with a Braun, because you're going to cause a conflict.
Right.
Players are going to start picking sides. It's just like how we said with Cam Newton. You can't bring Cam Newton put Cam Newton as a backup quarterback.
Right.
Because the team is going to gravitate to Cam more than any quarterback you put on that team as a starter, because he's just that kind of guy. He's a natural leader, and it's going to cause a split in the locker room.
Why you can't bring Cam in there, because Cam's a proven winner. And the moment that quarterback goes out there and throws interceptions, picks,
he in there.
Everybody going to be looking like.
Right. The team is going to want him in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's what that was. And I think Russ got a really bad rap that season, because you remember all those reports. Oh, he's a cancer in the locker room. Oh, he's this, he's that. But damn, you don't put him on the Clippers, and now they love him. And also he's proven that he's selfless. He volunteered to go to the bench.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everything worked. And we went to the game. How did it look?
The boys look good, man.
It looked seamless, man. You know, and that's why I don't know. I feel like Russ is going to be first ballot. I feel like averaging a triple-double for that long is something that voters cannot ignore. They can't ignore it. They gotta. It would be an uproar if he don't go in.
Was Dominique the first ballot Hall of Famer?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure he would. I'm pretty sure Dominique was first ballot.
Gotcha.
I'll
look. Go ahead, man. All right, y'all. It's the 4th and Peachtree 10-minute warning, or 5-minute warning, 10-minute warning. Ready to wrap this thing up, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in each and every week with us, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Without y'all, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be doing this lives, you know what I'm saying, because these lives have, for the most part, been pretty successful.
He was not.
Wow.
I mean, but can you? I mean, Dominique was that dude. I don't want to take nothing away from Dominique, man. Dominique was that guy. But that is crazy to see that he was not a first ballot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in this week, man. We're gonna start doing more polls throughout the week.
Pause.
I just want to say, I love Cameron and Mace. I do. Pause. I love Cameron and Mace. Pause. They have literally have ruined. You just can't say anything no more without it sounding homo, bro. Like, All I said was we gonna start posting.
Might have to bleep that.
You know what? I'm ready to get a bat. Huh?
Oh, that's right.
Bruh. You know what? Oh,
You won't pause your polls no more.
Pause the pose. That's crazy. That's a crazy statement.
You know what? Somebody has to be an adult on the show, and I'm gonna try.
Hey, man, go ahead. 'Cause they gonna be me.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be the adult. We're going. Y'all done got me tongue twisted. I don't even know what I want to say anymore. We're gonna start doing more interactive stuff, man. We're gonna start trying to go live throughout the week and do some stuff from on Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? Interact with y'all more. Definitely gonna keep the polls going. We like how we got feedback on the polls, even though we knew some of these polls are gonna go the way that we going.
Right.
We knew everybody was gonna say Iverson wasn't overrated.
Right.
We knew, well, I didn't know that a lot of y'all said that LeBron wasn't on the juice. It was really like 25. It was 50% LeBron wasn't on the juice. 25% said they didn't care, and then 1% said, yeah, he was on the juice. So, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? And then the Reggie Bush poll. We appreciate y'all interaction with us, you know what I'm saying? That means that y'all are really, like, on our social media, locked in. Y'all are watching the shows and stuff like that, and we appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and we're going to start calling on y'all so y'all can stand on business. So when y'all answer some of them questions and y'all give y'all opinion, we're going to be hitting y'all up so y'all can go ahead and stand on business and elaborate on it. Why do you feel this way?
Yeah, especially the folks that said that Reggie Bush that didn't deserve his Heisman back, we definitely want to hear why. You know what I'm saying? I have concocted, because just in case, I've concocted some theories on why you feel like he shouldn't get his trophy back. But until we hear from y'all, it's just theories. It's just thoughts of why he shouldn't get his trophy back. Like, why do you feel like LeBron? Rosie sat here and said why he feels like LeBron's on the juice. Why do y'all feel like LeBron's on the juice? You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all feel like Allen Iverson isn't overrated? And a lot of y'all go with, oh, he had a crossover. He changed the game with the crossover. I mean, okay, that's cool. But what else solidifies him to be not overrated? Because he had a mean crossover. A lot of players have a mean crossover. And I'm not taking nothing from it.
He had a lot of tattoos and gold chains.
And headbands. And braids.
Sometimes he wore 3 headbands. It's a wild era.
You know, it's funny.
I miss those days.
You know how this is a quick story that somebody from the Bucks had said somebody else was wearing 3 headbands with the Bucks, and they had stopped it because they're like, the NBA was like, no, like that's against the uniform policy.
I mean, three headbands is wild.
Right. But they had the black, the purple, and the green. Iverson was doing the same thing too. But Iverson was like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. The NBA came up with the 3-stripe headband because Iverson was like, I'm going to keep doing this. So the NBA came up with the 3-stripe headband, the red, white, and blue headbands that the Sixers wore.
Yeah.
That was because Iverson wanted to keep wearing the 3 headbands and they wouldn't let him.
Or that could have been just marketing because you start wearing 3 headbands.
Yeah. I know around that time, everybody had headbands.
But from this, that's the story that I heard. That's how the 3 headbands got started because AI was like, nah, I'm going to keep rocking these 3 headbands. And NBA was like, well, why don't we come up with a headband that got all the teams' colors on one headband? So.
And the one sleeve, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely one of the first.
He was definitely an innovator, man. He was definitely an innovator. He brought NBA, man, to the forefront, man, as far as, like, the urban communities, man. Like, because before then, man, everybody was so clean cut, man. Jordan wearing them big-ass jeans.
Oh, my God.
And those
Jordan's swag was
trash.
It was Jordan was a champion, man, but that man dressed like a
Kobe had no swag either, man. R.I.P., man. But Kobe had no swag either.
They dressed like rich white man.
Yeah, they did, man.
They dressed like rich white man.
That's how you know they were laughing,
bruh. All right, y'all. It's time to get up out of here, man. It's all right. It should be 5 minutes now. So it's the 5-minute warning. This is where we get off what we need to get off our chest. I'll just go ahead and jump in, man. As always, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Man, the thing that we want to ask the Fourth and Peachers, the people to tune in, man, like and share with your friends, man. Don't keep us to yourself. Pause. Share us with the world. You know what I'm saying? Share us with your friends, your families, your cousins. Share us with your ops.
With your ops? That's crazy.
Share us with your mama, your daddy, your granddad.
Your baby moms.
Share us. You know what I'm saying? We deserve to be shared. Share us around the world, good people.
I don't like where this is going. I ain't gonna be honest with you. I don't like where this is going. I'm just saying. You my nigga, but I'm just letting you know I don't like where this is going.
But nah, all jokes aside, man, just please, man, please, sir, just share us, man. If you enjoy the content that you're enjoying, or even if you don't, if you hate the content and you want to, just still share it. Tell people like, I can't stand this podcast, and other people may enjoy it. You may not like us, but other people may. So just like and share the podcast. Yeah. That's all I ask, man. What you got, bro?
Yeah, man. Everybody, man, out there, man. Make sure you out there appreciating your people around you, man. You know, I just lost a dear relative of mine yesterday. And you just never know. You just really don't know how much time you got out here with your people, man. So, you know, you got that cousin, man, you ain't talked to in a while, or you got beef with, or it's all minor, hit them up. If it ain't that serious, man, just hit them up, man. Or, you know, tell your people that you love them, man. It's okay, man. You know.
Love on somebody. Pause.
Love on somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Presto.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all can follow me at Romy Rome Forever. That is R-O-M-E-Y, R-O-M-E, the number 4 EVA. That's on all social media.
And you can find me at Rosie Sama. That's ROSEY_SAMA. That's Rose God. When you talk to me, just call me Rose God. You know what I'm saying? Or Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying? So.
Y'all make sure y'all follow the Fourth and Peachtree podcast at the number 4TH and Peachtree. That's on all social media. As I said before, man, like and share with your friends. We about to get out of here. As always, do not be afraid to live life. You only get one life. Live it and live it with no regrets, man. And as always, shout out to the haters. We're gone. Deuces.
Peace.